Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm back with another video. It is Destiny. What is up? How is your day going? It's Thursday, and you know what that means? For me, anyway. One more day until I'm out of this freaking county for a couple weeks. I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm leaving, so I gotta pack later tonight. Or finish packing anyway. And I'm gonna come up here and do this. I was gonna do this yesterday, but I was out. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't do this yesterday because we got another detail. Or not detail, but I guess an idea of how bad the situation is that I'm going to talk about today. And hopefully this doesn't split into two videos. I mean, if it does, it's no problem, but, I like these in one big video. I have not talked about this since September, 4th? 5th? When I did my AEW All Out and WWE Clash at the Castle, review. All Out didn't go too well. Not only just because I didn't get a chance to actually watch it, I didn't have it in front of me, but there was a situation. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Those of you that have been long-time listeners of my channel. I mean, I've only got 28 videos up, but still. If you are subscribed, you guys maybe know which one I'm talking about. The media scrum with CM Punk, and he basically flipped out and started calling out executive vice presidents of AEW with Tony Khan sitting there. I will get into that and all my thoughts about it, what my speculations are, and what I think is going to be in CM Punk's future, judging by what we have gotten so far. I'm Destiny, and if you're new to this channel and you like it, please subscribe. Please hit that notification button. You like my content, you like what I do, share it, share these videos. I will get my comments situation fixed. I know I went back and saw a lot of my videos weren't, the comments were disabled for them, and or they were turned off or something, so I'm hopefully going to get that looked at in the next couple weeks. I apologize, but if you can comment on a video, if there are comments enabled on one of them, please feel free to comment. I apologize for that. Now, this CM Punk media scrum, oh my, do I even want to go into this? Kidding, I'm going to go into it because there's a lot to unpack. I said I was going to give you a video about it, and I got to keep my promises. And I have thoughts about this that I have just kept quiet because I don't know how people are going to take it, which I really don't care, but I'm not asking anyone to, like I said with the Benoit videos, I'm not asking anyone to agree with me. I'm not forcing anyone to take my side on it or stand, see it from my perspective. That's your opinion. That is what you choose to believe. I'm not going to force you to believe something that you don't want to. I'm not going to have anything against you if you, disagree with what I had to say about this. And yeah, some of my opinions have changed over it, because I did, yesterday when I got home, I did watch the media scrum. At least CM Punk's part of it. I actually haven't watched all of it. Look, you guys know my feelings on CM Punk. if you guys are subscribed to this channel or if you've seen one of my videos on CM Punk, I have a couple. Go check out my CM Punk DVD review, and I did a 1-year anniversary discussion about his AEW debut on August 20th of this year. He debuted last year on that day. So check those 2 videos out and you'll see what I mean. Look, I like CM Punk. I really do. But yeah, sometimes, like I said in those previous videos, I don't agree with every single thing he says. That's what I need people to understand here. Do I think it's okay for you to stand up for yourself? Absolutely. Do I think it's okay for you to feel the way you do? Yeah, you have every right to feel like that. CM Punk has every right to feel the way he did at that time during this press conference or this media scrum, whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna get into it. I really wanted to probably have copyright issues and people all over me for this, but I don't know how to edit either. But I was originally gonna come up here, had I thought about it, and maybe learn a couple editing techniques. I was gonna kind of come up here. Sorry, I cannot talk today. I was gonna come up here and do a reaction video to the media scrum and what Punk said and what, Tony Khan's reaction. I was gonna come up and do that, but again, copyright issues are all freaking messed up. Copyright laws, and I don't know how to edit that well. I mean, I guess I could have played it from another device. Like, I guess I could have played the media scrum from my other phone or something and reacted that way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I want to do some reaction videos on here. I really do. Like, I want to do some, reactions of, wrestling clips or moments or whatever. We'll see. We'll see in the future. But this freaking media scrum was just, it was crazy. Like, I stayed up late to get the results of the pay-per-view because I couldn't watch it. And, there's good mic work commentaries, that YouTube channel, Greg Morgan, his channel. Like, he was doing the live reaction, or not the live reaction, but the review for it. And there was all this stuff in the chat about, like, CM Punk is burying Colt Cabana, or, why is Punk verbally burying Hangman Adam Page or something like that, and we're like, what the frick is going on? Like, we're just watching this review, I'm getting the results, and at the same time, it's like, CM Punk is on AEW's YouTube channel on their media scrum, bashing, the EVPs, or the Executive Vice Presidents, which happen to be Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, who had just won the Trios Tag Team titles that night. Okay, so this is a bad situation. So CM Punk, after he got injured, after he won the AEW title, after he got injured and they did the whole interim AEW champion thing with Jon Moxley, he came back and cut this odd promo on Hangman Adam Page. Basically called him out, wanted him to come out of the ring, and he didn't, and then he just moved on to Jon Moxley, and it was weird. But, like, so he comes back, challenges Jon Moxley. See, they do this whole thing. I wonder, and I have a theory about the Ace Steel thing in a little bit, or not, I guess, not really theory, but, like, just question. Like, that whole segment before All Out, the Go Home Dynamite episode, Wednesday night AEW Dynamite. Jon Moxley comes out with this open contract, and he, basically challenges anyone. We don't know if CM Punk's going to be there. We don't know if he's still injured. Some of us maybe think he came back too soon, because he was out for 2 months, this foot injury. He fractured his foot or something. And Moxley comes out with the contract, makes a challenge. Ace Steel. Now, I wasn't home for this. I got home just in time for the CM Punk segment. I was out getting pizza. I literally just got home, I'm not kidding, in time for, because I was doing a watch along with, basically I was on someone else's watch party for AEW. I mean, that's the closest I've come to ever actually watching it myself, besides a couple of times that I've been somewhere else watching it. Ace Steel. And for those of you that don't know, Ace Steel was CM Punk's trainer. He trained Colt Cabana too. We'll get into that. But Ace comes out, grabs the contract, I guess. I didn't see this part. But I got home in time for CM Punk to come out and basically be like, well, maybe this isn't worth it anymore. Like, he's teasing retirement. And cuts this promo like he's gonna retire. And Ace comes out and he's like, whoa, what are you doing? No, this isn't what we talked about. I don't know what happened back there, but we didn't talk about this. And basically introduced himself to the crowd for those that didn't know who he was, which is good that they did that, because I'm sick of people going, who's this person? Like, I don't know. But flippin' Ace comes out and, he says, I'm proud of my career, but I'm more proud of yours. And you fight through everything, and in your own words, you said it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, you get back up, and then slapped him. And he said, you get up, you sign this contract right now, and, basically slaps some sense into CM Punk, and, Punk signs it, and then he just cuts this really awesome promo. If you haven't seen it yet, go, check it out on the AEW YouTube channel. I think it's titled CM Punk Sends Chicago into a Frenzy when he signs the AEW open contract or something like that. But, good promo. And that was the first time I'd seen Ace Steel cut a promo. So that was cool. Fast forwarding anyway to the pay-per-view, Moxley and Punk are in the main event. Jon Moxley loses the AEW title, and apparently CM Punk gets injured in the match, because he talks about it in the media scrum. He wins it, and then that's when Max Friedman or MJF comes back. I think Max is going to beat Jon Moxley for the AEW title at Full Gear. That's their next pay-per-view, but that was overshadowed by the media scrum that took place after the show. And Punk basically, and I'm going to try my best to not make anyone look bad here, but the truth is, Punk basically said some things in context. I guess it was the context. I don't know. It's just the setting that he did it in. I have to question, because it just didn't feel out of character for Punk, because he always speaks his mind or whatever. But it just felt, watching it back, just really, why, what are you doing? don't get me wrong. Like I said earlier, I love CM Punk. I'm all for standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in. But when you take it to this degree that he did, I don't know. I gotta question that. That's kind of unacceptable. It's one thing to say those things, say them to their faces, whatever. I don't think you should have said it in public on a big post pay-per-view press conference like that or media scrum. I don't think he should have said what he said about Adam Page. I'm not gonna repeat anything he says because he said because I just you'll have to go watch it for yourself. It's freaking crazy. But he starts it off by, and I'm just gonna say this right now, for you people that think that he planned this or planned to come into this freaking furious like this, look, I don't think he because what he does, he's on first, and he gets on there, and he basically is sitting there with the guy that's interviewing Nick, what's his name? Nick Hausman or something? I don't remember. Nick something. And apparently this guy was friends with Colt Cabana, or Scott Colton, whatever you want to call him. And Colt Cabana and CM Punk used to be best friends. More on that in a minute, but he basically asked him, or said something about improv, doing improv. Oh, him and Colt Cabana used to do comedy tours, like improv comedy tours, like stand-up comedy or whatever. And I guess Punk was like, oh, you do improv? Okay. Who'd you do improv with? And you can't really hear it, but judging by what Punk said, obviously he said Colt Cabana or Scott Colton or whatever. And Punk says, oh, are you friends with Scott Colton? Okay. And I guess he gets the response of, no, we haven't been friends for a while. And Punk says, huh, well, that makes two of us. So then he just rips into Colt Cabana. He rips into him, verbally just buries him on the spot like that. And I'm sitting there listening to this, and he's like, this is what I question about the Cabana thing. Look, I understand that you guys aren't friends anymore, and that's fine. But, when you're going out here and saying that, you haven't been friends or you haven't wanted anything to do with him for the past, however many years, why, if you don't want anyone, it's not anyone's business who you're friends with or whatever. He then goes on to say, oh, I haven't wanted anything to do with him in almost a decade, maybe even more than that. And it's that's when I had to pause it and be like, whoa, wait, wasn't that 2014? Wasn't that when you, because he said it was something like late 2013, 2014, something like that, and Punk said that, and I'm like, well, wait, wasn't that when he did the podcast with Colt Cabana, his Art of Wrestling podcast, which he ended, but he still has a YouTube channel. Colt does. And, he did 2 episodes. One of them dropped on Thanksgiving Day of 2014, unannounced, and then he did one that was, pre-announced or announced or whatever, but like, how can you say that? I mean, you guys must have been really professional. This must have been before the lawsuit then, because, they got sued by the WWE doctor that Punk basically bashed on that podcast and, whatnot. And then they ended up suing each other, apparently, and Punk didn't pay Cabana's bills, which, if he was in breach of contract, then yeah, Cabana's in the right. I don't know, I'm conflicted with this. I really am. Because I like CM Punk, but I just don't like how he came off in this interview, or this media scrum. I don't like how he came out. I don't like the way he did it. I don't like what he did to Colt Cabana. I understand your feelings. I get it. He even said, look, I understand standing up for your friends. I've done it more times than I can count for Colt. And I don't know. This whole thing was just freaking insane. I watched it yesterday. And for the first time, because the first time I watched it, I was like half awake. I was half asleep, whatever. Didn't really get all of it, but I understand the Hangman Adam Page when he called him out. Like, Adam Page, the young guy, he's 31, maybe, I think. 9 years older than me. Wow, that's freaking crazy when you think about it. But, yeah, I understand him wanting the young guys to give him advice, or get advice from veterans in the locker room and stuff. I understand that, but you don't have to force it down people's throats. I mean, yeah, I've been guilty of it too, but I don't know. It's weird. It's funny that where we're at now, because back in August, I was sitting here saying, oh man, I hope he doesn't walk out of AEW because there was something that happened before. This is why he was mad at Adam Page for cutting that promo. I guess he said something in a promo that upset Punk or something. I didn't see it. I don't know if he mentioned Colt Cabana by name or if it was just like in context. I don't know what it was, but it just, like I said, I like all the people that were involved in this situation. I like CM Punk. I like Kenny Omega. I like Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. I like Colt Cabana. And I like Hangman Adam Page. I like Tony Khan. I like everyone involved in this situation. I do. But it's like, when one of them is basically just, I mean, he didn't bash Tony Khan or anything, but like, I don't know. It just made everyone in that company look bad, is what it did. And the reason why Punk was calling them out was because, I guess, meaning Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. So, I guess there was a rumor going around, because Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, all of them are friends with Colt Cabana. And, Punk used to be. I guess there was a rumor going around that Punk was trying to get Cabana fired from AEW. That's why we haven't seen him in months until last night, which I'll get to later. But, like, that's why he was calling them out, basically. See, I don't think the first part of that was planned. I don't think he planned on going into there and just bashing Cabana. I think something triggered him in that interview. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he did. Maybe he did know something. Maybe he knew that Nick Hausman guy was going to be there, and he knew that maybe he had a history with Colt. I don't know. Maybe he did know something. All I know is that it made him look bad. It made, Cabana wasn't even... I mean, Colt Cabana, Colt wasn't even in the room during all this. Colt probably wasn't even in the building. See, it's one thing to maybe say that stuff and maybe come and confront him in the locker room, or Tony Khan, maybe should have said, hey, can you calm down a little bit, you can chill out a minute, like, chill, come on. He should have said that, but he didn't. I don't know if it was just because, Tony should have done that, but I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, Tony's unprofessional. Like, Tony Khan is 3 years into the business. He's gonna make mistakes. And I think he's learning from it. He's taking this seriously. He stripped CM Punk and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks of their titles. You had 4 champions that won belts on that pay-per-view, and they all had to be stripped right after it because they got into a backstage fight after the media scrum. Yeah, they reportedly went backstage, Kenny and the Young Bucks. And